investigate, they're going to find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe, and they're spoiled. Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're going to find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.
The ocean is vast and blue. Ask anyone, they'll confirm it's true. We've got a better understanding of space than we do our oceans, but fish haven't really got a fucking clue what's going on in general, so, you know, we're not doing too badly. But the ocean is grandiose and unattainable, much like my aunt, which has meant that humans have poured their imaginations into it, anthropomorphizing the waves, emotionalizing the swells, and creating unimaginable water monsters, sorry to bring my aunt up again, that have sent shivers down many a hardened sailor's spine. But all these human interpretations of the ocean reveal something about us. The real problem is making waves in our own lives when we're simply a drop in the ocean. So what is the ocean, and why is it so bloody big? What mysteries does the ocean contain, and will humans ever be able to meaningfully access them? What do the myths we create about the ocean tell us about the human psyche? And should we even try to understand what's truly going on beneath the waves? To help me answer some of these questions, I'm joined by Charlie Milner, who's a slippery little fucker, but not as slippery as a fish. Charlie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Charlie, ocean, friend or foe?
Andrew, if I can get real immediately.
You can.
The ocean is my only certified phobia. It's called thalassophobia, apparently.
Is it?
I've got thalassophobia.
And
not
I've got
phatassophobia.
And I've got dadassophobia because I'm scared of how bountiful my arse is.
Well, you know, we both love bottoms.
We are bottomed men.
We're bottom feeders.
We are.
In the sense that we eat bottom.
We're not like the sucker fish.
I think that's the nicest way I could possibly put rimming.
Bottom fed. I think it's awful.
It's much better than eating arse.
I think eating arse is better than bottom feeding.
Matt?
We'll go to Matt for the tiebreaker. What's worse, bottom feeding or eating arse?
It's definitely bottom feeding.
It's both. Bottom feeding.
No, bottom feeding.
Bottom
for
feeding.
sure.
I would think it's charming, but I'm not the ombudsman, nor am I even...
What would the ombudsman be for bottom eating?
This bum is too big and too yummy.
Yeah, the name of him?
Alan... Well, no, anadrogynous.
Anadrogynous. That's
because
a conversation
they
we had
don't
off
go by gender, because both men and women have bottoms.
I just want to circle back to what you said the ombudsman for bottom feeding would say, and you said this ass is too big and too delicious?
Too yummy.
Right, so it's not allowed
It's not fair.
It's not allowed to be bottom fed on.
It's not allowed. It's too nice.
Anyway, onto the oceans, rather than constantly getting stuck in a swell
Of anal.
Of anal stuff.
God.
Oh, God.
I think, again, a swell of butt stuff is much more charming. Butt stuff and bottom feeding.
Butt stuff's great, yeah. Again, I'm doing my best to get us out of this bottom hole that we're in. I've accidentally done another one.
Let's kind of be pooed.
Let's take a naughty. Let's
take it. Let's just leave the bum.
Bow turn. But bow turn. Starboard. No, Charlie. So you have some fear of the ocean, but you love it at the same time. It's the angel. It's kind of a combination between the angel and the devil.
Yes, it's a kind of wondrous, massive thing, and I'm so much tinier. It's not even, but it's all. You know what?
Good to get some sense of scale.
I did some research. Well, I'll give you some scale.
Yeah.
Which is that if you removed one drop of the ocean every second, the oceans would be entirely empty in 8.6 million years.
That isn't that impressive to me, if I'm honest.
Okay.
I just felt like a drop. Think how small a drop is.
Tiny.
Really small.
But
Think
it seems like it should be more than
is.
that.
It feels like it should be more.
Way more.
Way more. I thought it would be like,
2,000 million trillion.
What's the one above a trillion? Is it
quadrillion?
A Google Plex. I would agree with you. The oceans are both. They've been a point of contention in my life forever. I think there's nothing more fascinating and wondrous than the ocean. I'm probably more of an ocean guy than I am a space guy in reality. But because we can interact with it more. When I was young, you couldn't get me off the snorkel. It was impossible. I was walking around, not even underwater, submerged by anything, still with my snorkel on. And then slowly the fear came in.
And what's the thing that attaches to the snorkel? A blowhole? A blower?
It's the snorkel, Charlie.
Is it? But what about? Oh, it's goggles and snorkel, isn't it? I don't enjoy snorkeling at all.
Right.
Because it feels like a man could just put his whole hand in my snorkel.
That's true, but there's few places that you'll be safer than in the ocean for a man putting his whole hand in your...
What if he's followed me in?
He could follow you in. It would be a terrible way to kill someone. I'd suggest just to drown you at that point. Depends how big the man is. But yeah, I think I had a big... I think many people might know I had a big shark phase, which was around the age... I think I was in year 6 maybe. where I was very obsessed with sharks. My sister was obsessed with dolphins. We had many an argument about it. Not even a cute, fun one, like genuine fighting, like scratching happened from her because of her love for dolphins and my love for sharks.
It's a pretty classic gender divide, that.
It is a classic
Dolphins
gender
are for
divide.
the ladies.
Sharks are for the guys.
lads.
100%. But yeah, and then that kind of, I think on one holiday, it all changed. I think because I was so obsessed with sharks and I'd been interested in them for so long, I started to see them in places they shouldn't be. Not actually see them. I wasn't hallucinating, but I wouldn't want to get in the swimming pool because I was scared there was a shark in there. And it eventually led to me being a bit scared that there might be a shark in the toilet, so I had to hover over it.
Whilst using the toilet.
I think that was implied.
It was.
Again, we don't have to focus on the
we don't.
bum stuff.
Yeah, I can relate to the sharks releasing the swimming pool. I think the toilet is too much. Although if it happened, it would be the worst thing in the world.
Ever.
Sharks, because I worry about rats. When I'm in the toilet, making the toilets, I'm always thinking, what if a rat bites my bottom?
Because they do that.
Because I will never recover from that emotionally.
No, never.
I'll never poo again.
No. Or
Well,
you'd
if
have
I
to
do
find
it,
a
I'll
different
have to do it
mechanism for
outside.
that. Yeah.
Or kind of into
You'd have to dig trenches. But again, your consistent attempt to bring this podcast back to shit
sorry.
is astounding.
Well, respectfully, you're the one that was thinking about the sharks in the loo.
I know.
I think about them in the sea.
Right.
I imagine, I have introduced this theory. It's not even a theory, it's a fact. I often think of this cross-section. I have never been able to find the image, but I know what I'm thinking of.
Right.
With the little guy at the top of the sea, and then you've got different stages of beast
Depth
that comes, and alongside the depth, size of animal. And so you get to the bottom, and it's completely...
It's kind of fucked down there, isn't it?
I don't want to go down there.
No, I've no interest in the very, very deep sea.
8 miles deep, which is like driving to Charlbury and back from mine.
Wait, from your current house?
Yeah.
Oh, that is deep then. But yeah, so I think many people will agree with us. There's wonderful, it's terrifying, is a lot of the terror from sharks. Some of it, maybe we have to blame Spielberg. But at the same time,
I think we do.
Many other things. Getting lost. Well, not really lost.
Getting
Getting
lost in the
stranded.
sea is crazy because it's like there's no signs.
Like real people who have gone on like scuba diving stuff. There's no signs. Yeah, correct. Turn left at the next reef. But there's many people have not signs. You've got signs in my head. There's real stories of people going on scuba trips and then the boat not counting right and then just driving off.
Some guys died the other day in like
in
Egypt.
The ocean.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure somebody's dying.
Right now.
How many seconds are they dying now in the sea?
Yeah. Oh, in the sea. Now.
Whoa.
Startled by a clearly made up statistic.
But how do we advise people? Because a lot of our listeners are probably very scared.
Yeah.
If they like us.
They're terrified about lots of
in
things
general.
that are going on. Yeah.
So, how do we help them with their thalassophobia? Who'd you talk to?
Well,
is it all about exposure therapy? There's no sea therapist, is there? And if there is, he's stealing a living.
Nauticalum.
What's his surname?
Reef.
Nauticalum Reef. I would be talking to him if I had an issue with the sea.
Yeah.
Who are you not talking to?
Ian Landmass.
In landmass.
But I don't know, have I ever successfully got over it? I can get in the sea now. I'm not, mad. But I don't know, can you ever get over the feeling like I'm not entirely sure what's underneath me right now? It's a fear of the unknown.
I can never get over that.
No.
I had an idea for a business.
Right.
To help people get over their fat assophobia.
Yes. Yeah.
Emotion.
Very good.
Okay. So
Really
we're starting with a pun.
Emotion.
E-hyphen M-O-C-E.
So it's like an e-bike company.
Yes, but you're biking around the sea.
Oh, genuinely?
You're in a Zorball biking around the sea, and we introduce a lot of shark life, and the sharks try and get you, but they can't. And that's emotion. And you stream it all with your eSIM card, and it's sponsored by Air Allo.
Why the fuck would that make someone's phobia better?
Because it's like they can't get you.
But then when they go into the sea, all they're going to think, outside of this wonderful bubble bike, when they actually go into the sea, they're going to think there's sharks everywhere.
Okay, maybe they don't try and... In fact, the sharks just behave normally. They kind of don't take much notice of you. And the conclusion that everyone leaves after Emotion's 2-day course is that what a lovely instructor that Charlie man is.
Right. So your business is
Shame
just
about
set
Andrew.
up to make people like you and not help their problems.
And I feel no much fear anymore.
Is that one of the testimonies for the people?
So how did you find emotion, Andy?
I feel no much fear anymore. Have you just hit them over the head?
No.
I
actually know if I can be
so bold.
If I can be so bold.
Yeah.
I know a man called Ocean.
Very bold of you.
His name is Ocean Schwartz, which sounds like he's minted.
Ocean
Schwartz is a rich man name.
It is a rich man
name. Ocean Schwartz. He knows my brother who works at Moonpig.
Right.
And I was wondering, A, would you ever call your kid Ocean?
You asked me last episode if I'd call my kid Dwarf Kerwin.
Yeah.
So is this becoming a reoccurring question? Reoccurring question.
Ocean Schwartz, it kind of sounds like he's what is the name for those guys that work in the desert and they're minted? Tycoon. He's like Ocean Schwartz sounds like an oil tycoon.
Work in the desert. There's some sort of racism in there somewhere.
Is it?
Yeah, maybe, but we won't linger on it because it doesn't matter too much. Ocean people that work around the ocean, ocean dwellers. You know what I'm talking
but not
about.
fish.
Not fish, people who work near the sea. Sea people.
Your beach guys.
Your beach men.
Not beach bums.
Not beach bums.
That's a slur?
No,
it's
maybe.
Just a bit mean.
It's just a bit mean. But you've got, flip-flops, wetsuits, long hair, renting out jet skis, etc. Do we trust the ocean people? I think the classic answer is no. I think you'd be fairly fair to say that. But I do genuinely think in my head frequently, oh, well, if everything does go wrong, I'll just go and rent out jet skis in Vietnam. That would be my, I fucked it, I'll just go and do that thing. Have you got I fucked it, I'll just go and do that
kind of backup
thing?
plan?
Yeah.
I think maybe I just go and work in the cafe in Wimbledon.
It's not quite as grand as what I was suggesting.
No, but no, I don't know anyone in Wimbledon.
I know, but
I'll just move to Wimbledon and work in a cafe. If you fuck it on land, go to the sea.
It makes sense. I think that's my kind of plan in general.
And I think on that note, I think one of the best ways to kill yourself is, there's not many good ones, but just walking into the sea in a dress with a bottle of, not rum, because that's too much, a bottle of apple juice.
I think you've taken some of the majesty from it. Holding an innocent bottle of apple juice.
To be honest, the drink is not really that important, actually.
Yeah, I think just don't have a drink. You're getting caught up on an unnecessary
walking into the sea and just heading out, certain death, unless you get swept back in, which would be embarrassing.
Oh yeah,
that's quite a nice
how do people
way
actually do it?
They just walk out and then they get swept.
Yeah,
I think they do get battered.
But it needs
beforehand.
to be a harsh sea.
Yeah,
and I don't mean a capital C. Capitals are harsher than lowercase.
I don't think I'd ever use harsh like that. Do you mean jagged?
So that seems like a wonderful time to jump into Thinker's Corner, where we're here for some of the best and brightest minds that have ever lived and ever will live. This week is no different as we attack the topic of oceans. We're going to get some thinkers out here initially to give us some quotes, which we will analyse.
Who we got in the deep blue tub?
In the deep blue tub today, we have Oprah Winfrey. Would you like to take it away, Oprah, please?
Do it in her voice, please.
No.
I'll do it in her voice.
Yeah, go on.
Now, you can either see yourself as a wave in the ocean, or you can see yourself as a winner.
That's wrong. You can either see yourself as a wave in the ocean, or you can see yourself as the ocean.
Okey doke. You can either see yourself as a wave in the ocean.
She's not folksy.
Or you can see yourself the ocean
tavern
itself.
Thank you, Oprah. We did.
By the way, we don't actually think we trust you, but we are happy you're in the tub.
Well, yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I've forgotten what she said, to be honest.
You can either see yourself as a wave in the ocean, or you can see yourself as the ocean. Do we have, am I going to make the changes in my life? Am I going to be the one who's doing things, or do things happen to me?
No man is an island.
No.
We are connected. Okay, that's what Oprah's saying. She's saying, don't be a selfish bastard, because even if you think you're on your own, you are potentially alone and lonely, but your actions affect other people.
Yeah, and you are but a drop in the ocean.
Yeah, have a bit of humility. And all's well if you chip in every now and then, Andrew.
Just chip in
every little helps by Tesco.
Yeah.
Reminiscent of that little adage.
Yeah.
You're not on your own. If you're a little wave, if I met a wave, I can't. But if I met a wave...
What do you think a wave would sound like?
If a wave thought it was the whole sea, I'd laugh in its face.
Do a wave thinking that he's the whole sea.
Nothing else matters. What the hell?
Nothing else matters. What the hell?
Nothing else matters. What even hell? I am so much bigger.
It's not too dissimilar from your Oprah Winfrey.
Nothing else matters. I'll be like, look around.
Look around, you stupid wave.
You're stupid. And also, I could just get in the middle of the wave.
And then it would die, wouldn't it?
It would become two.
Waves are they've got a very short lifespan, don't they?
I love waves.
Thank you for answering my question. Let's get
William Wordsworth.
William Wordsworth out here. Well, let's hope he's got a couple of choice words for us today, and we'll hope they'll be worth something.
Come here, you.
Stop
trying to touch Oprah.
Most like on the nose name for a poet.
Is he making it up? Is that
Maybe it might be a
William
pen
Wordsworth?
Name. William Wordsworth. What would your name be if you were a poet? I'm sorry for saying if, because you obviously are.
I am. In fact, I'll do a haiku about the sea right now.
Thank you, and I'll follow up with one as well. Ocean waves shimmer. The current takes me places I might not go there.
This water's so nice. I take my family. Now. No. Forget my son.
Wait, is it 575?
Yeah.
That was it.
Was it 575?
I don't know.
It was.
Do it again.
This water's so nice. I take my family now.
Yeah.
No. But no. Not my son.
Who is this character? What accent was that, by the way?
Sort of Dua Lipa zone. Bulgaria.
Dua Lipa. So this is a Bulgarian man who's
He wants his family,
he
but
seems
he's-
very weary. He's very worn down by something. It
This
seems like
water's
he's-
so nice.
But he seems like an action hero who's on holiday, but he's still got the demons of his past actions,
And he
that are
doesn't like his
weighing on
son.
him.
It's
But
reveal-
yeah, and he's seeing how lovely the water is, decides he wants to take his family there, but not his son.
Because in many cases, Andrew, apparently, I know a couple of dads, and the dad often really resents the son because you just got this little monster attached to your partner's boob, and it's like, fuck off. It will
But
literally.
not a daughter.
Daughter, there's less of a competition element because it's like she needs that to live, whereas the son, it's like you
You're
like
enjoying
this,
that.
you like that a bit
You're
too
enjoying
much,
that a bit too much.
and apparently it'll look you in the eye and
Yeah,
nibble.
the baby
The baby will stare at the dad while breastfeeding.
was Oedipus.
Yeah, but for the dad, it's like fuck off. Also, show me some love.
Well, the mum or the baby?
Both of them, but definitely the baby.
There's kind of a breastfeed envy.
The dads feel very left out because the baby will often be like, I only need mum. I don't even know who that guy is.
Yeah,
I have no idea who you are.
yeah.
If I came out of my dad's bum, different story.
Different story.
Okay?
As usual, everything would be better if we came out of our dad's arses.
I think it would make our relationship a lot more complicated. I'd owe him one. I owe my
But
mum
you owe
one.
your mum one.
I don't really owe my dad one in the same way I owe my mum one. She literally made me in her tum-tum. Okay? My dad fucking bust one out by accident in my case. They told me at dinner. They were like, you're an accident. But
Really?
and my mum tried to make it better and she said, you're a lovely accident.
You'd hope so, yeah.
You're a
That's-
lovely accident.
That's the minimum you can say.
What age was that?
It made me feel worse. 22.
We've got Jacques Cousteau in the building. Welcome, Jacques. Have you got something for Jacques? Oh no, Wordsworth is here.
Oh yeah,
We
William
haven't done
Wordsworth.
Willie. We haven't done Willie.
Willie Wordsworth says,
The ocean is a mighty harmonist.
well, absolutely, William.
Lovely.
I'm going
really,
to kiss you on the
isn't it?
head, actually, if that's all right, Andrew.
Well, you're doling them out
In
pretty
fact, I'd
willy-nilly.
like you to give him one. And stroke his tummy. He didn't like the
He didn't like the tummy bit.
the ocean is a mighty harmonist. Listen,
Yes.
there's a lot going on in there. Right now, it's booting off so heavily in the sea. Someone's just drowned.
Maybe.
A young one.
We're not quite clear on the amount of human deaths that occur in the ocean.
It's organised chaos, Andrew. Similar to a busy restaurant kitchen during the dinner rush. Or, emergency rooms at peak hours. And bustling London streets like Borough Market or Brixton.
Are you working on the travel board for the ocean?
I'm just saying, there's a lot going on at once, but somehow it all works.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
yeah.
like everything's firing off, and that is actually the magical bit about
It looks like you're sucking quite a lot of dicks when you're doing that.
Well,
Just-
I guess in many ways I am.
yeah.
The ocean is kind of constantly fucking raging. They're all fighting each other, but somehow it works. There is something.
There's chaos and harmony together. You've got big waves bouncing against hard rocks, sharp, jagged edges, fish dying all the time.
They're constantly.
Think about
going.
the amount of
Where
fish
do they go?
deaths
Do
they
they all
are.
just get eaten?
Yeah. Well, they go to the bottom of the surface, but there's that bit in Blue Planet, the first one, where it's like a whale dies and it just tracks like what happens to the bottom of this whale carcass at the bottom of the ocean floor. And then it's just like fucking the amount of, nutrition a whale provides across the ocean is insane.
Yeah.
And you get the small fish and then the bigger fish come, scare the small fish away
Bottom
and
feeders.
so on. Yeah, bottom feeders.
But not our ones.
But not our bottoms.
The, oh God, I had something so incredible. Hang on.
Yeah, you were very excited by it.
Oh yeah, apparently fish when they die just sink to the bottom of the sea.
That's exactly what I just said. How are you in awe of that so much? Of course they
Well,
do.
I think of them as always floating. I had some fish. I had an instance
Floating?
of potentially fish racism where our orange fish
Yeah.
drowned our black fish.
Yeah.
And then we put it in the hay. We had to put it in hay. After it
For a
died.
funeral.
Yeah, we had to.
That
bury
wasn't
it.
like, it was dead.
It was dead by that time.
Because it sounded
It got
like
drowned by the
your
other one.
solution to it was to just put him in hay.
No,
Oh,
that's not a medically recognised
technique.
technique.
Hay today. Okay, wait. Well,
But you'd agree that there's. I mean, what William's saying is basically there's beauty in the madness.
I couldn't agree more, William. I think it's probably the most apt way to understand the ocean. Brutal, yet somehow still perfectly combined.
Well, that's nature, isn't it?
That's nature in it. That's nature in it.
I hated that.
That's nature in it.
I hated that.
Immediate face
That's
palm
nature.
after that.
That's nature.
That's nature in it. Well, that's an interesting point, Charlie, and one that we'll touch on as we dive further into Thinker's Corner. Have you seen those free dive? You should watch an amazing documentary. Everyone should watch, The Longest Breath or something. Something
Lovely
like that.
Bones?
Seen it? When about the free divers, it's unbelievable. Cried like a bloody baby.
Really, the lovely bones. No, the lovely. What's it called?
What about what I just said was anything to do with the Lovely Bones? I was going to say like a lovely baby.
What did you say though? What's the name of the thing? Film.
I think it's The Longest Breath.
Okay, so I think it was the LO that did it for me.
Right, and then you just named another film with an LO in it. Was it The Lorax? No, it wasn't. It was The Longest Breath. I think. I might bloody be wrong.
You know, my friend. My friend, Dylan. He went out with a French Polynesian girl and went out to French Polynesia with her.
Sorry.
Right? And apparently he met a fisherman. And I believe him and I believe my friend.
Why would you not believe it that you met a fisherman in French Polynesia?
Because what's about to happen.
Fine.
The
Suppose
fisherman,
that after then.
the fisherman told him that apparently at the bottom of the sea, he was swimming around fishing, kind of with a spear. Spearfishing. And he looked down at this rock, and this rock had a massive just face on it. It just had a huge kind of slightly contorted human face.
Human?
Yeah, it looked like a human face, but into the rock, like kind of etched in this kind of terrifying, eternal way.
Right.
And apparently he looked down at that and then looked up at the surface, and the same face was all over the surface. And then he left the water, and he's essentially got occupied, apparently, by some sort of face spirit. And then he had to lie on some leaves for a few days and to kind of like bleed it out of himself.
My goodness.
Now, believe what you
Occupied by
will.
a face spirit.
I don't think he's fully making it up.
Well, no,
I
because
think I believe that the fisherman thought that happened.
Well,
Something
definitely.
Fucking maybe through oxygen
It's like
or
a
a genuine
psychosis.
guy in there in the sea. The scariest part for me is
face spirit.
looking up and seeing faces all on the bottom of the surface.
the bottom.
I mean,
yeah.
I like that one bit, Andrew.
No, I would like to see faces. At
I
any
guess
point
the only way
like that.
to firm it with the face is just to be like,
Yeah, what would you say to the face? Whatever, the whatever sign.
I'm giving it the whatever. I'm throwing up the W.
Yeah, it's powerful.
And then I'm going, and that's it, really. Or I'm going to go kiss it on the head, and hopefully that charms it, so it just leaves me be and pick on the next guy.
So let's dive further into Thinker's Corner. Well, let's start. Let's do some mysteries. It just wasn't a convincing enough dive for it to be worth it. If you'd have done it and you properly hit your head on it would have been.
I'm not going to
amazing.
do that for this.
That's fair enough.
Although I do care a lot about the podcast.
Yeah, good to clear that up. So let's do some mysteries. Let's find out some mysteries about the ocean.
It must be full of mysteries.
There are many mysteries in the ocean. Of course there bloody are. What's going on under the surface? I, for one, haven't got a clue, and neither does anyone really.
Does anyone?
No.
No one.
No one.
Who's got the biggest clue?
Mr. Ocean.
Schwartz.
Ocean Schwartz. We should have got him on the podcast.
I guess, what is the nominative determinism of being called Ocean Schwartz?
You're wet all the time.
Covered in
Slippery
water.
little boy.
Or...
What are you even trying to work out right now?
I'm trying to figure out what Ocean Schwartz should do with his life based on being called
Well,
Ocean.
Schwartz is a brand of food flavouring. And they do spices as well.
Thank you.
That's a pleasure. So I'm thinking we put some paprika in the sea.
Make it a little bit spicy up in here. Get your tummy out.
No. So, on to our mysteries. The first one is called The Bloop. In 1997, that's the year I was born, also the year that Princess Diana died, underwater microphones in the South Pacific Ocean recorded a sound that sent ripples of excitement through the scientific community and beyond. The bloop was an undulating, ultra-low frequency noise, so loud and distinct, it was picked up by sensors an astonishing 3,000 miles apart.
How can that be?
For a noise to travel that far, it had to be very, very loud.
Because does sound travel faster or slower through water?
Good question. Is it faster because it's got
And is
something
it
to
louder?
bounce off?
Could you ask the man?
Can you ask our man, please? Yes, sound travels significantly faster in water. We got something right. We got science right. Science, boys. Yeah, there you go. So that does, take some of the majesty of the 3,000 miles. So that might even be, it is 3,000 sea miles, but it might be something like 2,000 land miles.
It travels roughly at 3,400 miles an hour.
No idea what that means.
Which is nearly 4.5 times faster than the air.
Theories soon emerged, including that it might be
Do you have an
biological.
impression of a theory emerging?
Oh, it's nice up here. In origin, possibly coming from an unknown sea creature of immense proportions. The call of an aquatic dinosaur or the elusive megalodon, perhaps.
Are you getting in the sea if they do reveal that the megalodon is in there?
Absolutely not. Never. If they're like, that megalodon is around.
Especially if there's more than one.
I wouldn't go in a house if there was like armed terrorists in there. I'm not going in the ocean if there's a megalodon.
I suppose you could go in the shallows, because it's like...
It's clearly not going to fit here.
Unless it really wants to.
Unless it really, really wants me.
But it's a bit of a crowbar move.
I'd love nothing more than the megalodon to exist. It would ruin my ocean recreation, but imagine if you could see a picture of a massive shark. But back to the bloop. In an effort to solve the mystery and to monitor seafloor earthquakes and volcanoes, another hydrophone was added closer to Antarctica.
A water mic.
Yeah. Water mic.
Thank you.
Between 2005 and 2015, researchers conducted acoustic surveys in the Bransfield Strait and the Drake Passage, which revealed ice breaking up and cracking as a dominant source of natural sound in the Southern Ocean. So the bloop might be an ice quake.
Bloop is a lovely little word, isn't it?
What do you think the bloop sounds like?
Bloop Milner. Maybe that could be my son.
Bloop Milner. It feels like that's appropriate. You should have been called Bloop.
Bloop.
You would suit Bloop.
Bloop. Is Bloop coming?
Is Bloop coming?
Of course
to the
he
pub.
is. He might do
Of course
everything
he is.
because he's
He
the
never
best.
says no to anything.
And also we love him.
Everyone loves Bloop when Bloop arrives, but everyone's a bit worried about Bloop when he goes home.
But when Bloop settles down with a lady, there's actually a darker side to him.
Oh, why?
He's just a bit angry because he's called fucking Bloop.
Okay, so Bloop
It's hard
is
to be taken
also...
seriously.
So he's a lovely guy who's also a domestic abuser. That's lovely.
There's darkness that emerges, but he will find the light, hopefully.
What do you think the Bloop sounded like?
I
think it's a pretty bang-on impression, actually. I was expecting something more whimsical.
No, not. I take the sea very seriously.
You're a man of science and facts, and I'll always appreciate that about you.
Can I thank you. Can I have a silly bloop from you, please?
Bloop!
That's too much.
Yeah. But there you go. So we're pretty sure it's an ice quake. It could have been a megalodon. I'm on the megalodon side. Why not? Print the fucking myth. Who cares?
You come to me on the day of my big wedding.
I never want to accuse you of pigeonholing impressions in, but what's the Godfather got to do with...
Megalodon.
You come to me on the day of my great
course.
white wedding. It's called a great white wedding, not a great Latino wedding. What are they all doing here?
But that's the first mystery, the bloop. Spooky.
The bloop.
Pardon?
I just like saying it.
The bloop.
My son Bloop.
Just quickly, some dates for your calendar for everyone at home. On the 2nd of February, it's World Wetlands Day. On the 22nd of March, it's World Water Day. 8th of June, the big one, it's World Oceans Day. Then we've got the 16th of June, World Sea Turtle Day. And then the third Saturday of every September, it's International Coastal Cleanup Day. Thank you very much. Chuck them in.
Thank you.
But from mysteries to myths. And someone commented on a recent podcast saying, Andrew says myths, M-I-F-F-S, which is completely correct. And thank you for my friend who commented that. But so now I feel uncomfortable saying the word myths, which is this words that are being added to my vocabulary that I am feeling more and more uncomfortable at saying. For instance, crisps, I can't say.
Mythical.
So, myths of the ocean. We all know about Poseidon and the Kraken, but what about the more obscure myths, Charlie?
I don't know any obscure myths, Andrew. I only know the big ones. Do you got any little ones that you can tell me about?
Give me some little ones. I'm fed up with the big ones.
So yeah, we do. We've got lots of wonderful, more niche myths for you. I'm just going to say how I would say it. Myths. It is what it is.
Myth.
Let's talk about Selkies. Selkies. Ooh. Selkies are one of the most emotionally complex myths from... Oh, sorry.
What?
What do you mean, what?
I'm struggling to understand the myth thing. Myth.
Myth.
Say that.
Myth.
Go.
Do you want? Yeah, wait. You want me to change?
I want you to enunciate it. Yeah. Because
Why?
I'm getting confused when you say myth. I don't know. I can't hear it.
What else would I be meaning?
Myth.
Myths. Selkies are one of the most emotionally complex characters from Celtic and Norse folklore. Their stories are not simply of horrific ocean attacks or temptations, but rather of love, loss, identity. A Selkie is a being that lives as a seal in the sea, but can become human by removing its seal skin. A classic story goes a little something like this.
Mr. Blubber Blubber.
A fisherman or a lonely islander sees several seals come ashore under the moonlight. They shed their skins and become beautiful men or women who dance on the beach. One human secretly steals the skin of a female Selkie. Unable to return to the sea, she eventually marries the man. They may have children and appear to build a happy life together, but she never stops searching. Years later, perhaps while cleaning the house or after one of the children accidentally reveals its hiding place, she finds her skin. She puts it on immediately and returns to the sea. Sometimes she looks back one last time. Usually, she does not.
So it's like a seal mermaid.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, there was a lot going on in that.
But
Sounds like a seal mermaid.
Fundamentally, it's like a seal mermaid.
Fundamentally,
They're far more complex.
are they?
Mermaids are often shown to have like a nefarious objective. They'll kind of lull sailors into a false sense of security and or lust and then do horrible things to them. Whereas Selkies are, they can form emotional bonds with humans, but there's always something missing.
You can sort of shag a mermaid, but you build a life with a Selkie.
Absolutely, a Selkie.
Selkie.
I think there's a good case that you might be a Selkie.
Thank you. What does that mean?
You have quite a quest for identity, knowing yourself, lost at times.
I guess for me, Andrew, the problem with Selkies is that seals, in my opinion, are not gorgeous, but mermaids is. And
They're not
me,
always seal.
You're calling me fuggers.
They're not always seal.
What?
They're not always seal.
What else are they? Fish.
Humans
And fish.
and seals
So they're always seals then. Seal people. They're seal people.
that turn into humans. I've just told a whole story about Selkies, and you're still confused about what they are. They're seals that shed their seal skin and turn into beautiful men or women when they reach land. So they're not always seal.
No, they're not.
Now, I find sea myth women very attractive. I love me a mermaid. I think they're probably the most attractive characters out there. What do you think?
In the world?
In the world. They've always done it for me. I firmly believe that if a woman could turn into a seal, I'd find her more attractive.
I'd rather a human lady. I think it's too much. There's too many complications. How do we...
Do you find mermaids attractive?
No.
Not at all.
Not really, because they're just...
Sea sirens, I get it. I think I'd be
to be honest, actually, no. Being in the water with one would be amazing. There was a kid...
But you know, like the first, in a film, the first sailor that gets attracted to the mermaid and fucks everything up for everyone, that's 100% me. I'm not. I'm immediately getting caught.
Are you giving up your crewmates to...
Without a doubt.
Snog her?
I'm immediately getting...
To be honest, they are gorgeous. I mean, also, merman. I don't like merman.
Mermen doesn't work for me.
Not at all.
No.
They're kind of... they're actually quite cringe for some reason.
Yeah.
What do we say if we've got any mermen listening?
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Let's talk about the Morgans and the Blue Men of Minch. The Blue Men of Minch come from Scottish Gaelic folklore, especially associated with the waters between the Isle of Lewis and mainland Scotland, a notoriously treacherous stretch of sea. They are described as tall humanoid beings with blue skin, long dark hair, sometimes with green beards, living beneath the waves. Unlike the Kraken, they don't simply attack ships. They are tricksters and challengers. Their favourite game is a strange one. They challenge sailors to contests of verse. A blue man might rise from the waves and call out a rhyming challenge to the captain. If the captain cannot answer correctly, the blue man gains power over the ship and may summon storms to destroy it. So,
That is just wrong.
I've got some examples of what a blue man might come out and say to a captain.
Smurf people. essentially.
Yeah, because they're blue. But so you'll be the captain of the ship, and I'm going to give you some. I'll be the blue man, and I want you to respond, and I'll either take charge of your ship and destroy it, or I'll leave you on your merry way.
Yeah.
Okay. Boat on the water. Right. There's a blue man.
Oh my gosh! What the fuck? What's that?
Boat on water, sail in the foam. Tell me, stranger, who calls this vessel home?
I'm the captain of this ship. What do you want?
You've not understood it. You need to respond in rhyme.
Oh right, do I?
Yeah. Boat on the water, sail on the foam. Tell me, stranger, who calls this vessel home?
I don't like my body. I look like I look like E.T. Why
I've
won't
taken control of
anybody?
your ship.
Why won't anybody
Look at me. Lovely.
look at me? E.T. phone home. E.T. go nowhere.
I will be taking control of your ship on that one. It's been destroyed along with all of your crew.
Well, it's for the best, to be honest, because I don't think I'm in the right profession anyway. Can I
Right.
get alive?
Alive?
Can I leave here alive? Will you allow me to live?
No.
Are you killing me for this?
Yeah, of course. Yes. I'm a
Seems a
fucking
bit
mythical
choice.
creature. I want your ship. I'm not going to let you walk.
I'm giving up. If they find, because obviously, if I may, aliens up there is bad.
Ground down there.
But aliens in there, in the sea, is completely fucked. We are not getting away with this.
Yeah. Not getting away with this. What? From the depths where the cold waves run, tell me, sailor, how many seas are one? You have to try and reply to it somewhat.
Sometimes I try to drink my own cum.
Oh, fuck me!
but then it becomes boring, and I seek other sources of fun.
Again, I'm going to have to commandeer your ship.
What?
I don't think to fun and come run.
Now, what was that, Matt?
No,
No, let's just pause.
Define cum
Let's
run.
pause for 1 second and
Guys,
just try and
define
investigate
cum run.
what the bloody hell happened over there. What did you say?
Define cum run.
I meant to say to fun and come rhyme.
But you said, does fun come run?
Yeah, I know.
In many ways, it does.
Especially if you've got cum gutters. Let's do one more rhyme. I'm going to be a little...
No, I
simple.
am commandeering your ship.
Well, that's a
because
bit much.
It was a rhyme, but you can't just rhyme about your own insecurities or your attempts to suck your own cock.
Meet
It
you with
needs to be-
strength.
No, it needs to be some sort of response to the questions I'm asking.
And do they respect strength, like, say,
yeah,
Putin?
I think they will respect strength.
Fine, go again.
You sail above, but we dwell below, in the halls where the dark tides flow. Give me your answer, but give it quick, or the waves shall rise, and your mast shall split.
Shut it, blue boy. You ain't the boss. My favourite food is cereal and moss. Would you like a bowl? Sure, why not? Then I'll send you back into the sea, where time forgot. I think you don't keep
I'm
the
sparing your
ship.
ship.
Because
I'm
I've
sparing
given
your
it a
ship.
bloody good whack.
Yeah, you've given it a good whack. I respect the kind of the authority you've got. I think you're an adequate captain, and I enjoyed the rhyme. And finally, we sail as fish, as if we had fins. But tell me, sailor, will you ever truly let her in?
Bleeding hell, you don't need a lady. All you need is your boy and your baby. And that's about a single dad who's going it alone.
No, I'm gonna have to commentate that one.
Okay.
Now onto my favourite one, which is the sea bishop. So the sea bishop appeared out of a Renaissance sea mythology in Europe. Essentially, the sea bishop is a fish that looks like a human religious official. Charlie, would you like to describe what he looks like briefly?
He looks like a kind of he looks quite phallic, in my opinion. He looks like a knob.
Can you describe what he looks like?
Okay, it's a kind of man in tights with a leotard and a cape, and he's got a lovely little beard, and he's sort of doing gun fingers.
But he's a fish.
But he's also a fish,
He's
apparently. But
clear-
he's got kind of hooves.
He's got hooves-ish, but he's got a scaly body, and then he's got like a bishop's hat on, but it's scales. He just literally looks like if you had to combine a bishop with a fish.
He looks kind of like a right good laugh, actually.
I think he looks wonderful, the sea bishop.
What's he saying when he comes over?
Well, let's try and find out, maybe. One of the most famous interactions with the sea bishop was when one was caught by a group of fishermen and then presented to the King of Poland. If I caught a sea bishop, I'd also present him to the Sea of Poland.
The Sea of Poland.
Bollocks. When brought before the humans, it refused to eat or speak. Eventually, it made a single gesture, which suggested it wanted to return to the sea.
What was that? What was the gesture?
The humans then released it. As it was released, it bowed to the humans and returned to the waves. Give me an impression of the sea bishop, please, Charlie.
I gotta go. That might be some time. Amen. Are women for the honeys. See you later.
More of a sexual kind of aspect of the sea bishop than I was expecting, but still, nonetheless, bang on. The sea bishop,
Bishop is
fucking wonderful.
But
It's one of the most specific myths I've ever heard.
There's no way he's out there.
There is, a lot of the time you're like, oh, because it captures the imagination so
Possibly.
much. The sea bishop is not capturing my imagination at all, which is why I absolutely adore him.
He looks like an old village man from like Devon.
Like, as many bishops are, but he's not scary. He doesn't seem to do anything other than appear every now and again, just looking like a bishop/fish. And then when he actually does, not much happens. It's just like the myth is like he's out there. There's a fish that looks like a bishop. He's he's a mix between the two. I think he's absolutely wonderful.
He's incredibly adorbs.
I'm a big fan of the sea bishop.
Yes.
Let's find out about some crazy fish. You right?
Neckache. Okay, crazy
So
fish.
you've got neckache. Your stomach lining is shot. You're throwing up blood.
Yes.
Crazy fish.
Ooh. Yeah, mate. I'm going up there.
So there's a biologically immortal jellyfish.
Excuse me. You're going to have to repeat that.
There's a biologically immortal
Do you know what nemesis
jellyfish.
means? It's the righteous infliction of a retribution manifested by an appropriate agent.
What's this from?
In this case, an immortal jellyfish.
Are you referencing
Me.
something?
Yes.
What?
I will not be saying that.
You do this. What are you referencing?
I'm listening a film.
What film?
Snatch.
Snatch.
Yeah, by Bricktop. Or in this case, Brickfish. No, not Brickfish. Brick Tarp. No, obviously not. Brick top of the ocean food chain. Shout out my bottom feeders. No! No!
The Turriposis dorni, brackets immortal jellyfish, is a tiny 4.5 millimeter jellyfish that cheats death. If you could cheat death, would you become a don't? Cheat death. Would you become a 4.55 millimeter jellyfish just so you could be immortal?
No, I got better. I need to have meaning.
Constant payoff between maximizing life and enjoying it, isn't it?
It's like those green and
you know, I
sharks.
might be better off to not have a burger, but I'm going to have a burger.
The please let me remember what I was about to say.
Fucking hell,
Hang
this
on,
is a meltdown.
hang on,
This is a meltdown.
Hang on.
Genuine
What were we
meltdown.
talking about? Oh yeah, it's like the Greenland sharks, Andrew, where they live to literally 500.
500, the big fiddy.
There's a couple of them that have been around since blimmin' Napoleon blown apart.
Blown apart by what?
Blown apart by bombs. Oh!
When stressed by starvation, physical damage or disease, the jellyfish avoids aging by reabsorbing its tentacles, much like us
Insecure.
being able to put our bollocks up inside us, which is possible.
My
Don't
mate got-
ask
my
me
mate
how
got his-
I know.
My friend got his stuck inside an after that he operated on.
Yeah, I know. What? It's fucked, isn't it?
Do you know that?
Yeah, we covered that very early on in
I
the
see.
podcast, but it is horrendous.
I have a very short memory.
It avoids aging by collapsing into a ball of tissue and reverting to a polyp, effectively resetting its life cycle. Now,
Incredible.
would you? Yeah,
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way. Please, can you pass the ketchup?
You don't have to absorb your testicles to live forever, but it helps.
This bacon butter is rather dry. I would like another one, please.
Like another one, just put some ketchup on it, mate. So it reabsorbs itself to live forever. Doesn't sound like an ideal situation to this guy.
No way.
What's really going on in the mind of a 4.5 millimeter jellyfish?
Tiny amounts.
Tiny amounts. They're just kind of floating, existing, aren't they? At that point, you're like, why?
There's no meaning to it. You can't
Yeah.
just live for nothing. We all need purpose and we all need poipus. Because what the fuck is the point otherwise? If I was a jellyfish, I'd be like, cool, I am now around for a long time.
But what am I doing?
What was it all for?
I'm just floating about.
Am I helping anyone? Am I even helping myself?
I don't think so. Not at that point.
If anything, it's incredibly indulgent and unnecessary.
Yep. So I think we should have a cull of the immortal jellyfish.
So how many millimeters is a centimeter? 1,000?
10.
No, Andrew. Really? Okay, in that case, 2... Just over two of them is the world's smallest penis. A centimeter long is apparently what it was. It was so hard to pee. He had to put a GoFundMe out.
A centimeter?
He had a centimeter long knob.
You put a GoFundMe out for what? Penis enlargement surgery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a
I
centi-
imagine it wasn't for like a new house. It'd be like, I'm not going to pay for your house, I'll pay for a bigger knob.
Yeah. I mean, he was actually in pain, medical pain.
So we've got the leaf sheep or the sea slug, brackets sea slug. So this tiny sea slug looks like an adorable cartoon sheep. Aww.
Oh, they do, to be fair.
They do look wonderful.
It's amazing.
Obviously, pictures up here if you wish to see them.
Do switch the video because
Switch the video because you won't want to miss out on this sea slug. It is one of the only animals in the world that can photosynthesize.
Very good.
It absorbs chloroplasts from algae it eats and places them on its body to convert sunlight into energy. How incredible is that? A photosynthesizing slug.
I'm gonna be
What's next?
I'm gonna have to be real here. I don't know what you said.
Okay.
I need to hear that again.
You need to hear it all again.
Yeah.
Right.
About that.
So I'll just read just what's going to happen now, a bit behind the scenes here. I'm going to read out what I just read out to Charlie privately, which isn't the first time this has happened by any stretch of the imagination. And then we'll be right back with you after Charlie's understood. And he's going to come in with the hottest take, the best analysis of this sea slug that you've ever heard. See you in a second.
So what I often think about is how I'm jealous of small birds when they go next to each other and they don't run away. And in the same way that if you put a sea slug next to a land slug, are they just going to think they are both slugs?
Now, I'm only focusing on one of the sentences you just said, obviously. It was at the top, so I didn't hear anything after that. You're very jealous of little birds that get close to each other and don't run away. One, I'm going to ask a few questions about that sentence, if that's fine with you. One, what little birds are you referring to?
Robins, little finches.
And you often see them congregating together?
Often, yes.
Now, what makes you jealous of them?
Because it's like, it's such a shame that I'm a massive pink guy rather than like a little, for a bit, just like be able to pretend to be one of them so I could actually get close to them without them freaking out. Like you can't actually get that close to an animal.
So you're jealous of the robin being able to get close to another robin?
I'm jealous of the intimacy and the fact that they can all hang out and flock together without freaking out. And that if I would try to go and like fly or sit with them, they would all fly away.
So you're jealous of other robins being able to get close to robins?
And that applies to basically every animal.
I see what you mean there. I agree. It does sound like in human life people run away from you.
They completely do. Animals, no animal.
People don't run away from you.
I suppose is there any.
What do you mean people run away from you on a regular basis?
No, I mean animals run away from me.
Yeah, that's normal and fair. Yeah.
I don't mean people.
I know, but it sounds like when you say I'm jealous of birds because they don't run away from each other, it sounds like you're jealous because you don't experience the same thing yourself.
No, I'm just here like they don't let you hang out. Animals, wild animals. I'm trying to think of a single example where I guess
a fox.
They do let you hang out.
Sometimes.
You hung out with a fox.
I've hung out with many
It's not quite
foxes.
the same though. I guess like they've sort of been domesticated. I'm talking about a wild animal.
Yeah, like a bear.
Or a bird.
A bear or a bird. I get it. You want to be closer to
It'd be
animals.
nicer if they didn't all freak out. But then again, we've harmed them deeply and we continue to do so. And we are the overlord species.
So then my next series of questions is what the fuck does that have to do with the sea slug?
Well, with the slug, the good thing about slugs is they're so slow that you can just sit next to them and they'll probably think you're a slug. Or they won't.
Sea slug. This isn't a garden slug. Yeah.
The sea slug.
I can read out again if you need.
No.
Yeah.
Sea slug, if you put it next to a land slug, would they just be like, let's call it off. Let's hang out for it.
So it absorbs chloroplasts from algae it eats and places them in its own body to convert sunlight into energy. That is wild. They're making their own energy through photosynthesis. That'd be crazy.
That'd be fucking crackers.
That'd be crackers. That's absolutely crackers. That's the big take.
I guess that is cool. I mean, if we could do... It's like having a solar panel strapped to your back, isn't it?
Yeah. That work, and then we could plug into our bottom, I imagine, and then suddenly I'm off to the races. Oh, God. And finally, the harp sponge. Now, this is one that you definitely need to see to understand what the tits is going on here. But Charlie, describe what that looks like.
A toaster.
It looks like a crown or a tiara.
Or a drying rack. It looks like a drying rack.
A drying rack, yeah. Yeah, it does. It's very thin body, like an insect-like body, and then it's just got many kind of spires going up. Very thin. There's no really discernible body. It's just thin.
It looks like a cheap drying rack.
Yeah, it does look like a cheap.
Thoughts on drying in general? Do you ever dry? I don't ever dry. I just let it kind of melt.
What?
I let the water melt off or evaporate.
I think you're describing drying. The harp sponge inhabits the 3 km deep waters of the Californian coast. The resemblance and resembles an designed toast rack. That's where you got that from. Its slender appendages are covered in Velcro-like hooks and barbs that snag passing prey, which the sponge then envelops in a membrane and digests using specialized cells.
Disgusting.
Absolutely horrible, every part of it.
It's
The fact
same-
that it's not that it uses that for snagging things.
I mean, humans do awful stuff to each other. Humans are crazy, and we're all
On a scale that the heart
spinning
sponge would stagger at if it had eyebrows.
It's more psychological, but the ways that animals kill each other, like the way that spiders do flies,
Oh, they're fucked, aren't
they essentially just dissolve them.
And it's a slow,
through their
horrible
head.
death. And like when things play with their prey and stuff.
It's fucking
Even cats,
grim.
they do it for sport and they play with like the dead, dying mice. I don't think we've enjoyed any of these mythical fish. Actually, they're not mythical, other than the sea slug. I like the sea slug, but I think we need a cull of all of the other fish. Let's kill the immortal jellyfish and kill the sea slugs.
But up with the whales. Shout out Wales.
Shout out whales. Yeah, sure.
And the country, do you feel that Wales gets a bad rep? Do you think
No.
Wales is one of the final... I mean, I think you're actually guilty of this, respectfully.
Yeah.
Wales is one of the final bastions of generally tolerated racism.
I would say that England get it far more from the other places within the UK, and it's fine to have a little bit of that because it's at the end of the day, it's jovial.
I don't know. The Welsh have a big there's an inferiority complex of the Welsh. I know a couple.
It's
Welsh
the
guys.
accent. If I'm honest, I've worked with a lot of Welsh people, and it's it can be very friendly, lovely accent, but there is something to me that's really annoying about a Welsh accent.
Is there something? Could a Welsh person singing ever be mistaken for the call to prayer?
Depends what they're singing. If they're singing Michael Jackson, probably not. If
No,
they're
but they're
singing
singing
the call to prayer.
Elvish
Maybe.
harp music.
What are all these Arabs doing here? That seems like a wonderful time to jump into, to swim, to fucking backstroke into Patreon Valley. Lovely. Oh, yeah. Okay. We swam there and we've arrived. And what's the valley looking like, Charlie Milner?
There's been a flood. It looks like the Pacific Ocean, Andrew.
It looks like the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah. And there are loads of little fish here.
What's that?
Max Fosh is in here. No, it looks it's looking pretty confused in here. There's a lot of a lot of Patreon Valley hasn't been mapped, and we've actually found some really nasty stuff at the bottom of it.
Right.
At the bottom, on the floor of Patreon Valley Ocean.
Diapers.
Yeah,
Nappies.
kind of diapers,
Syringes.
diapers, and kind of bodies.
Yeah.
Something's happened.
Bodies. Okay, there's been a horrible flood, but it's actually released a lot of the detritus that's on the floor of Patreon Valley, and we're not liking what we're seeing.
No, we're not. And if you could dispose of a body, I think using the sea is basically a guaranteed winner.
Yeah, pretty much.
Take a little boat out miles.
There's been cases, I'm sure, where that's gone badly, but
I think
generally,
if you've
you're
got
gonna
your
do
own
well.
boat and you do it by under cover of darkness.
Yeah, but there's logs, there's cameras on piers and harbours. I feel like it's not, something's going to happen.
It's better than putting him in your bin or your...
It's better than putting it in your bin. Ollie asks, as mayor, I would like an original sea shanty written and performed for the Valley. I just want you to love me and related phrases from Charlie, a band.
Okay.
Oh, do dee da do. This is the intro. Do da dee da do da dee do da.
She sells seashells on the seashore. Stop being grumpy. You look like Eeyore. I am bored and I start to snore. I'm trying to find my way. She sells seashells on the seashore. She takes me to Andorra. This is not happening.
That didn't go well. Which seems like a wonderful time to scuba dive our way into Pieces pasture. Oh, look, the flowers are lovely, but everything's underwater.
Well, it's an underwater meadow, which I think exists.
Maybe.
Or maybe just in like Lord of the Rings. I saw this fake documentary, which actually, unfortunately, did do me in. Can we put a bit of footage in? Because I think it's quite indefensible, actually.
So you watched a fake documentary that was
about
masquerading as a real...
haggis, about water haggis.
Why are you watching a documentary about water haggis?
Because I thought
How long was it?
haggis is not actually an animal. It's just a cow.
How long was that
I think the
documentary?
clip, there's loads of clips, but that one was about 10 minutes. And it's like these adorable little haggis, like kind of germinate and bulge out underwater, and they kind of look like little kind of hairy meatballs. And it's all AI. It's all AI, and I got done in by it. But if I wish we lived in a world with underwater haggis, and I think there was kind of some remnants of an underwater meadow in that documentary. So I can neither confirm or deny if it actually exists.
Sounds like we can probably deny it, given you just said it was all fake.
We'll be putting a bit of footage in, and I hope everybody understands that it's okay to be done in by AI.
I'm excited to see that footage, to see what you thought was a real documentary, which I imagine is very apparently fake.
The haggis don't look real on second look, but
Right.
I don't know. I think I just really wanted them to be.
Duped by a documentary again. Grr. So now it's time to do some pieces, which we don't actually have, do we? Particularly. But what are we gonna do? Something.
Okay, this piece is called The Insecure Whale.
Right.
I don't think that they really like my top.
Oh, it looks lovely. Why do I say that about stop putting yourself down?
I'm not even a fish. We're not even real. We shouldn't even fucking be here.
Why shouldn't we be here? We're the best fish in the ocean.
We're a fucking glorified land mammal. No, we're a fucking glorified.
We got big fins, and I know we got a blowhole, but that's what makes us whales, man.
We ain't got gills. All I wanted is gills. I'm gonna transition.
What are you gonna transition to?
I'm gonna do gills. Give myself gills.
Don't cut yourself.
This is all. There's nothing real for me anymore. There's nothing here for me anymore. I'm either going down there or I'm going up there.
No, don't. You got so much to live for. You're a whale, for God's sake, man.
I'm going up there.
Dum 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 dum. I'm so glad that I decided to make the move, and now I own my own business in Didcot.
So even in the darkest times, even if you're a whale having an identity crisis and thinking about harming yourself, you could transition to land and become a successful business entrepreneur in Didcot. Charlie, what have we learned this week?
Well, we've learnt that sound in water travels 4.5 bit times faster than that on land. You can't deny.
You can't deny.
That's something.
That's something. That's a fact.
We've also learnt that fish are... there's a lot of people in the sea right now, and at least a couple have died in the making of this podcast. Not because of...
We haven't learned that. We're speculated on
We're pretty
that.
confident.
I think one has died during this podcast.
Should we find out?
Let's find out. Around 650 people die from drowning worldwide every day.
Meaning...
With roughly 100 to 150 of these deaths occurring specifically in the ocean. So I think we can easily say that maybe 20 people have drowned in the ocean.
Well, let's be fair.
10.
120 divided by 24 is about 5. So at least 5.
Around 5 people have died drowning in the ocean during this podcast.
A small family.
That's unbelievable. Get out of the sea.
Let's end it with a little kind of rest in peace to them. Genuinely.
R.I.P. to
That is fucked.
That is fucked. Be careful in the ocean.
You can't
Stop
be too
making
careful.
such a commotion.
No rhyming. 5 people have died, Andrew.
Sorry. Is this a moment of silence for the 5 people who have died?
I think so.
Love you, Charlie.
Love you too.
See you next week.
Sarah and Charlie investigate. They're gonna find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Andrew's spoiled. Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're gonna find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.